Hey guys, happy Friday. I hope you're all okay. I hope you're looking forward to the weekend. Yeah, so today is Friday. I hope you've had a good week, done lots and lots of learning, been really engaged with the online lessons. Yeah, so today is my last English lesson with Amber, Jade and Indigo group. I am sorry guys, I am needed elsewhere for next week. Um, I will be still checking the emails, so you can continue sending me your work if you'd like. That'd be really, really nice. And if you do send it to emails and I don't see it, I'm sure one of your year 3 teachers will let me know it's in there because I still have access to the mailbox. I'd also love to continue seeing all your humanities learning because, I will still be setting it, so I'd like to see it. So, today is our final lesson on poetry with me. So, let us have a look. Here. So, it's Friday the 12th of June. Happy 12th of June Day. Happy Friday. And this is the Poetry Lesson 8 for Amber, Indigo and Jade group. I still have no idea why Indigo is for Amber. I thought I'd put it in alphabetical order, but hey, Miss Hewitt strikes again. You're going to need your pencil, your paper, yourselves, your imagination. Do you remember I said yesterday you would need to get thinking overnight? I hope some of you might have done it. Pause the video while you go and get all your things, including your imagination. So again, the LI is the same as yesterday. So you can continue from yesterday's learning, but do write the date for today. So today's date is Friday the 12th of June. And if you didn't write the LI from yesterday, the LI is I can write a poem in the style of the poet. So we're gonna read a new poem today. It's called Rathers. And it's by a lady called Mary Hunter Austin. Now, Mary did write 4 verses to this poem. We are only going to be using 2 of them today, okay? So you might want to do some research after the lesson to find out some more information about her or read the rest of her poem. But for this lesson, we are only going to use the first 2 verses of her wonderful poem. Let's have a read. Rathers. I know very well what I'd rather be if I didn't always have to be me. I'd rather be an owl, a downy feathered owl, a winkety blinkety yellow-eyed owl, in a hole in a hollow tree. I'd take my dinner in Chipmunk Town, and wouldn't I gobble the field mice down, if I were a winkety blinkety owl and didn't always have to be me. I know very well what I'd like to do. If I didn't have to do what I do, I'd go and be a woodpecker, a rappity-tappity red-headed woodpecker, in the top of a tall old tree. And I'd never take a look at a lesson or a book, and I'd scold like a pirate on the sea, if I only had to do what I liked to do, and didn't always have to be me. That's a really nice poem. I really like how it makes the rappity tappity and the winkety blinkety. It makes you really think. There's lots of different things. So the first verse tells us about what the poet would like to be if they didn't have to be me or them. And the second one is about what they'd like to do if they didn't have to do what they do. So what animal do you think you might want to be if you weren't you? You might make up an animal. You might know one automatically. So she chose an owl. A downy feathered owl, so a nice feathered owl. And it had yellow eyes, and it lived in a hole in a hollow tree. And she'd go to Chipmunk Town for dinner. But wouldn't. Oh, and she would eat all the field mice really, really, really fast. So gobble means like really hungrily eating nice and fast. And the second verse. If she didn't have to be her, she'd go and be a woodpecker. A red-headed woodpecker. And live in the top of a tall old tree. and she would not look at a lesson or a book. I think you guys might want to do that. And he'd be grumpy, like a pirate on the sea, if she didn't have to be me. I'm going to read it again for you. I know very well what I'd rather be if I didn't always have to be me. I'd rather be an owl, a downy feathered owl, a winkety-blinkety yellow-eyed owl in a hole in a hollow tree. I'd take my dinner in Chipmunk Town, and wouldn't I gobble the field mice down, if I were a winkety-blinkety owl and didn't always have to be me. I know very well what I'd like to do if I didn't have to do what I do. I'd go and be a woodpecker, a rappity-tappity red-headed woodpecker in the top of a tall old tree. And I'd never take a look at a lesson or a book, and I'd scold like a pirate on the sea. If I only had to do what I do. If I only had to do what I like to do and didn't always have to be me. Sorry about that. So, what would you rather be? I asked you to have a think about that. What animal would you like to be? Pause the video while you think. If you want to create your own animal, that is perfectly fine, but you have to give them a name and maybe you'll draw it. Pause the video while you come up with an idea. And your second question is, what would you rather do? So pause the video while you come up with this idea. So, I've got some challenges for you. So we're going to answer some questions first, and then after our questions, you'll have your actual task for today's lesson. So, where would the poet like to live if she became an owl? Pause the video and write down your answer. That's right, in a hole in a hollow tree. So a hollow tree is a tree that's like being carved out in the middle. It might have been carved out by a woodpecker or different animals. But yeah, it's a tree that's got nothing inside. How would you describe a woodpecker's character? Now this is a little bit tricky. Now on the next slide I do have the answers, but I have got a variety of answers, okay? So write down your answers that you think you have. How would you describe a woodpecker's character? So, it might be rebellious, it might be naughty nature of a woodpecker, it might be busy nature of a woodpecker, lack of being still or quiet, doing what one wants, selfish behaviour. So a woodpecker makes the noise it wants to make whenever it wants to make it. It doesn't really think of any other animals or people. So, find and copy one word that means to eat hungrily, and that's in the first verse. See if you can find it. We did have a look at this word. Pause the video while you write down the answer. That's right, it's to gobble. Gobble means to eat hungrily and quickly. So, your task is to rewrite the first two verses from your point of view, okay? So, make sure you use these questions here. What would you rather be and what would you rather do to rewrite the poem? So you might keep it all the same. I know very well what I'd rather be if I didn't always have to be me. I'd rather be an and then describe the owl. Describe it again. And where would you live? Where would you take your dinner? And wouldn't I hungrily gobble the down. So you can keep the structure very much the same. Make sure you use it to help you. Now, this is my last lesson with you lovely guys. It has been an absolute pleasure teaching you English for the last week and a half. Please, please, please send all of your learning to YR3 at grange.harrow.sch.uk. I cannot wait to see all your learning. I've really enjoyed reading your poems that we've come up with. I've really enjoyed planning your lessons for you. So, guys, I will see you soon, hopefully. May not be this side of the academic year, but it may be in September. So, it'd be nice teaching you guys for this week and a half. See you guys later. Bye.